Hi, it's Julie at Love's Beginning with a message called Going into Ideas of Resistance. When you focus on peace, you go from clamping down on specifics to openness. You move your gaze from the unreal to that which is real. When you are seeing the unreal as the only thing that is, you accept thoughts about manipulating and forming the unreal into the shapes in which ego tells you it is supposed to be. You can feel ego's commands as tension, as absence of happiness. There is one solution to an absence of happiness. Go in. It is in our openness that we are joined, so go into that happiness. We are joined in that happiness that is always here and now. All inspiration springs from the here and now. Any situation that the ego has convinced you that you are in, the answer to that situation springs from the here and now. Rest here. When you are trying to form unreality, you are clamping down on specifics and attempting to force an agenda supplied by ego. You can feel the agenda supplied by ego. The satisfaction you experience from completing a task assigned by ego has the same vibration as the tension that moves you through the perception of the task. Pay attention. You will see this if you look. When you recognize that satisfaction can give you nothing, because satisfaction has always been nothing, you automatically move inward. There is nothing to keep you apart from happiness. We invite you to go into the idea of the body as your body, and the idea of people either approving or disapproving of its exterior. This is an idea you carry with you from day to day, and it is an idea worth going into, because when we go into it together, it dissolves. There is no need to hide any of the thoughts that ego sends. Instead, let's walk into them as caves. Sit for a while and watch as the cave disappears around us. So here again is our cave. The body is your body. People approve or disapprove of its exterior. And then from here ego sends other thoughts that branch out, but we are focusing on just these two. The body is your body. Who are you? Are you alone and separate, needing to control and care for this body, or are you something else? Are you eternally joined with all that is? And can you trust all that is to supply whatever perception of the body that you need? Sit here in this expansiveness. People approve or disapprove of the body's exterior. Remember that you always see what you want to see. If you think you can get something from a person's approval of the body's exterior, you're going to hang on to both sides of the back and forth, approval and disapproval. If you're choosing approval, you're actually choosing an unstable back and forth. That's one choice. Your other choice is here. Your perceptions of people and what they think can be guided by love. Your perceptions of people and what they think can be guided by fear. Pick the one you want. Set down this idea that people approve and disapprove, and simply allow your perception of people to be guided by love. As you allow your perception of those you call other to be guided by love, you allow your perception of the one you call yourself to be guided by love. You always have this choice. You can rely totally on what you are, on love, or you can rely totally on what isn't, fear. When you feel disquiet, you have chosen to rely totally on fear. But the beautiful thing about each moment is that it is for choosing again. And now let's go into the idea of the body's perceived interior, and the power you believe doctors have to find, quote, dirty secrets inside. The body is a symbol of the mind. Release all your hidden thoughts to spirit, and there are no dirty secrets for anyone to view inside a body. Let's look at this power you give to diagnoses and doctors. There is one power, and it belongs equally to all in truth. When you view a world in which one seems to have a terrible power to condemn, it only means that you have asked for this terrible power to condemn for yourself. A terrible power to condemn is not possible. It cannot exist. That is why you are experiencing the idea of it in a fantasy. You can feel your attachment to the fantasy about a terrible power to condemn. It arises as disquiet. When you feel disquiet, go in. Ask to have your perception changed. Spirit will never have you see separate ones with power to condemn. Spirit will only show you truth. So walk or crawl into this cave, this idea that doctors can find dirty secrets in the perception of a body's interior. Sit with us. Allow light to come of its own accord. When you go into us, and we are always so happy to receive you. As we receive you, any concepts you have brought with you disappear. They disappear in us because we are the light, and what we are, you are too. We celebrate the light we are eternally. Thanks for listening.